And welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Stocks. In today's video, we are going to talk about Lordstown Motors. But before we get started, how about we get some coffee? Alright, so just before we get started with this video, if I would please like you guys to drop a like on this video, as well as press that amazing subscribe button, because honestly, it does go a long way in supporting the channel. And I do appreciate every single one of you guys in supporting this channel, obviously. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the heat map. Overall, the heat map looks pretty green. It did go up with various news. Moderna and their vaccine is 94.5% effective towards the virus. So that skyrocketed everything. But the one thing that we are going to talk about today is Lordstown Motors. And let me just zoom in for you guys a little bit. Lordstown Motors today opened up at $18.88, which is pretty good, coming from a $17.90 close on Friday. But during the whole entire day, it just went up and went up and went up 19.6%. Overall, it went up 25.98%. That's obviously aftermarket, etc., to a $22.55 price tag. And you ask me, why? Why did it go up so high? Well, let's talk about it super quick, so we're not making this video too long. Lordstown Motors releases business updates, remains on track to begin production of the Lordstown Endurance in September of 2021. We're less than a year there, right? So Lordstown Motors has received approximately, look at this big number, 50,000 non-binding production reservations from commercial fleets for its Lordstown Endurance all-electric pickup truck, with an average order size of approximately 500 vehicles per fleet. That is pretty freaking amazing. This figure does not capture interest the company has received from organizations that are not in position to be able to place pre-orders, such as federal, state, municipal governments, and military fleets. Endurances are expected to begin September 21, with full production ramping up through 2022. So that's pretty good news coming out for Lordstown Motors right there. That's what we saw. Their super green numbers for them. We also saw pretty good numbers for Workhorse, because they own 10% of Lordstown. Now, Lordstown Motors expects to increase its internal headcount to 500 individuals by the end of 2020 and 1,500 employees by the end of 2021. This means that they're ramping up a lot more employees in order to have or in order to facilitate the bigger production that they're gonna have in the coming years. And as you saw there, they are having at least 500 trucks per order, so that's a huge amount. So they do have obviously the 50,000 production or 50,000 trucks orders, but this can obviously increase dramatically as they start pumping out more of these trucks. Later this month, Lordstown Motors will open a service center in Irvine, California, in what will be its first service center outside of Ohio. And don't forget that California is trying to get rid of all emissions cars. They want zero emissions cars, negative carbon cars, electric vehicle cars. So for Lordstown Motors to have something placed in California, just like Tesla is, it is super important, and it's a great move for them. That means that more and more companies that are in California as well will have and will get more truck orders from Lordstown. Construction has begun on a 700,000 square foot battery pack and hub motor production facility at Lordstown Motors 6.2 million square foot Ohio headquarters. So they are going to start doing their own battery pack stuff for their cars. Super important news. All this just leads to very, very positive news for their company and for those investors who already own Ride, right? That's the ticker symbol, or Lordstown Motors. So it's pretty important. All this things has totally increased the amount or the price tag that Lordstown is right now. You know, 50,000 plus trucks. They're hiring more people, obviously keeping it internal. It doesn't seem like they're very affected by the Hyliion news so far, because obviously all EV vehicles that were dealing with that kind of stuff were being affected. But as of the past week, they're up for more than 27%. In the past 5 days, they are up more than 3.68%. Let me check this one again. Yeah. In the past 6 months, they are up more than 127%. So it's super important news for everyone. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should do your homework before buying anything from Lordstown Motors. But as of right now, I really like this company right now, and I've done previous videos about them, and I know they crashed down from a $31. But if you ever wanted to get into a company, especially such a good company like this one, at a low price, $22.55 is pretty good. Obviously, if you missed the $13, that kind of hurts, but you're still able to get in at $22.55. Lordstown Motors is definitely going to explode in the coming years, and don't forget, it is a long-term play and not a short-term play. So believe in this company, and obviously they will pay you back in such amazing growths. Anyways, that was today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you reached all the way to the end of the video, you guys are amazing. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. And I will see you guys next time on Coffee and Stocks.